Okay guys, in today's video, I'm going to give you my top 5 Habs prospects. But before I begin, there's a couple of things that you gotta keep in mind. This list is not gonna include anybody that's already played 5 or more games in the NHL. So, Sean Farrell, geez, this is awkward. You could take your stuff and get out of here. And also, the prospects that are playing in the European leagues, like Adam Engstrom and friends, are probably not getting a fair shake on this list because we don't really get to see them in action very often. But anyway, here we go. Coming in at number 5, enter Joshua Wawa. Yes, of course Wawa would be on this list. Not only did he have a solid World Juniors tournament, scoring some clutch goals and getting lots of praise from his teammates and coaches, but he would also follow up last season's insane numbers with some really good numbers this season as well. Check it out. 99 points in 55 games. He's also got 21 points in 8 playoff games. And really, I mean, one thing that I noticed about him, the way this guy sees the game, his hockey IQ is some real Stephen Hawking shit. And I mean, I know, it's only the Q, and the competition might not be the greatest, but Wawa's work is definitely impressive. It's promising. Now, as for where I expect him to play next season, I'd say Laval all the way. I don't see any reason to rush him up here. He's a 5th round pick from 2021, and if he does go on to become an effective NHLer for the Canadiens, then he's gonna make a wicked story. Moving on, coming in here at number 4, we got Logan Mayu. That's not coffee. And just like Wawa, Mayu was drafted in 2021 as well, but in the 1st round. And after, missing some significant time from his career due to either dropping his pants or dropping his mitts, I gotta say, this season was refreshing to see him get back into some action. In 59 games, Mayu managed to put up 53 points. And guess what? He led all defensemen in the entire OHL in goals this season. Not bad. And so far, during the playoffs, he's been money. Now, I could be wrong, but I'm predicting that he's going to make Laval's lineup next season. And once he develops a little more and improves his game at his own end of the rink, he's going to be a stud, okay? 6'3", he's feisty, he likes to be the guy that controls the play, and I just love it. So now, let's move on and take a look at number 3 on my list, and this one might surprise people. But I do have Emil Heinemann pretty high up here. Why? It's simple, because every time I've seen him play, he's always stood out to me, man. He stood out like a moose in a doghouse. I thought he was one of the better forwards that showed up at camp. Then he dealt with some injury issues, spent some time in Sweden, but when he did come back to Laval, he went on an absolute heater down there, didn't he? Gee, 7 goals and 2 assists in just 11 games to close out the season, and he's still only 21 years old. Now, I've got a weird feeling, like he's going to be pushing really hard next training camp to earn a roster spot next season. He might not make the cut, but he might not be too far away, just saying. Now let's go ahead and take a look at number 2 on my list, and it's Owen Bick. What a beauty. Owen here was picked early in the 2nd round at the 2022 draft, a few spots behind Filip, Mesar, and just like Emil Heinemann, I thought Beck was a real standout during last training camp, and I've been hyped about him ever since. Beck spent half of the season playing with the Mississauga Steelheads, where he picked up 41 points in 30 games, and then he got traded away to the Petes, where he would go on to pick up another 25 points in 30 games. And those of you that follow him, you know exactly what kind of player he is. He's a good utility guy. He's a player that can be effective pretty much anywhere in the lineup in any situation on the ice. He's really good defensively. He's awesome at face-offs. And I mean, the Habs, they even caught him up at one point during the season just to give him a sniff of some NHL action when they ran into some trouble. And I don't know about you guys, but this tells me that his hard work is not going unnoticed from management. Now, I personally think he could spend another year in junior, but if he comes into camp and just starts playing balls to the walls again, then who really knows what the Canadiens might have in store for Owen Bick. And now, it's the moment you've all been waiting for. Give me the Austin drum roll. The number 1 Habs prospect that I'm most excited about is Mr. Magic, Mr. Pour some water on me and I'll grow. I'm talking Lane, the not-so-tame Hudson. Wow, and you want to talk about impressive seasons. Jeez, this guy was making history, man. 48 points in 39 games for Boston University. And I don't care what anyone says, he's definitely one of the most exciting prospects that the Habs have had in a long time on the blue line, isn't it? It's pretty crazy that they managed to get him in the second round, and if somehow he can take all these tools and everything that makes him awesome in junior, and if he can apply this into the NHL and be successful, then wow, we are in for a treat. I can't wait to see what he does with Boston again next season, because he already torched it during this one. But anyway, now that we got this list out of the way, I want you to give me your top 5 prospects in the comment section. And look, it ain't easy at all. You're probably sitting there scratching your head wondering, dude, where's Mesar? Or where's Kidney? Or where's Pizzetta's cousin, Peter Pizzetta? And listen, I hope these guys all do well. But as of right now, they just didn't crack my top 5. So again, let me know who you got in the comment section. Don't forget to stick the like button on the way out of here. And hey, I'll see you next time.